Welcome back everyone, this is episode 97 of Dinkum with Ariel Blue. I have a beehive I need to go smash. Let's go do that. Do that early this morning. Have I got my net? Yes. Yes, a queen bee. Awesome. Let's catch this other one. And a normal bee. Brilliant. Alright, let's put our net away. Try not to spear the mailbox. From Fletch. Ariel Blue, I saw this dainty drawers and thought it would really suit your house. I hope you like it. From Fletch. Thanks, Fletch. I'm going to just tuck that away. I do need to do a pink house. I think dainty drawers are pink, aren't they? We could have a look. Not right now, though. Alright, I'm just going to pop these in this trunk. Because I've got Christmas trees in this trunk. Or Winterfest trees in this trunk. The queen bee. The queen bee. Oh, wow. I have 7 more hives I can build. Once I get the iron for it. Where am I going to put my queen bee? Right in front of my oven, because that's a great place to put a queen bee. Alright, I have 267 fruit salads. I don't have any sugar, but I do have sugar cane growing. Let's go and do our watering for the day. I know what we're going to do today. Today we're going to plant. So we did our harvesting. And we've done our... Actually, we haven't done our fruit tree planting. So we have about 200 fruit trees to plant. Oh. And I want to make it a mix. Actually, I was going to focus on... No, I'm going to make it a mix of these and quandongs. So just find my quandongs. I think they're in my other box. We are not planting 645 of them. Please don't panic. I would panic if I thought I was going to plant that many. Got my chainsaw. Got my jackhammer. Alright. I need to get some tree seeds. Okay. So we need to plant a forest of gums. And a forest of hardwood. Okay. Goodness gracious me. I have a green cabinet in here. And some fertilizer. I think fertilizer only speeds up your growing, doesn't it? It doesn't actually increase your crop's productivity. The 22nd. I need to talk to Franklin. It's Sunday. There's no point trying to talk to Franklin or to go to John even. Well, I'm glad I got my seeds with me. Nice to see you too, Rain. She doesn't start till 11. It's amazing that she's out here helping me in my garden. That's so sweet. So basically, I want to put a sprinkler in. 1, 2, right where this bit of kale is. Now, how do I get rid of kale holes in the ground again? I think, do I just hoe it again? No, it's pickaxe it. I think it might be pickaxe it. Let's try this. Yeah, you pickaxe it. And then we'll grab this sprinkler, which is hogging a space in my... Uh-oh, where'd it go? There it is. Sprinkler. Just pop that down there. Right, now I have a sprinkler right there. That won't kick in till tomorrow. Let's grab our seeds. So now we're slowly getting more space in our pack. We're going to plant a whole bunch of these. Make sure we didn't miss any. It's kind of like it's on auto fire, isn't it? So tomorrow that sprinkler will kick in and we'll have one less space to water. Rightio. We're still not out of seeds. Good morning. And how are you today, Sally? Still a lot of day left, right, Ariel Blue? Yeah, what's new? Okay, nothing's new. She's not talking to me. Fine. I'm getting peckish. Let's chat. Chilling and planning can be a lot of hard work, but like, it's worth it. You feel like you did that, yeah? You made that happen. Bonza. Aww. She is so cute. Let us grab our watering can. Alright, that's not a watering can, Ariel Blue. Right, let's go. I'm gonna do the lower end of the fields and let these guys handle the top end, and then hopefully by the time I get back here we're gonna find out how much watering we need to do up there, but we won't have deprived them of being able to do it. I don't know if they get upset if you do all your watering and you're so self-sufficient you don't need it. Some people do. It's a bit weird, but anyway. What? You don't need me? We can't be friends anymore, but can't we just be, you know, friends as equals? There we go. I'll just get that one done so I don't have to chase it. These guys are so haphazard in their watering. It's funny. Alright, let's go grab our watering can. There we are. Alright, I'm also haphazard in my watering. There we go. Okay. So I've got the lower end done. Let's just top out the top paddock here so that they can they don't need to worry about everything. Alright, we're just going to water in a line, get everything growing. Hopefully I'm not over-watering anything. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they've almost got an auto-stop thing happening. I love the way that your footsteps sound wet. There we go. Alright, I do need to remember to feed this chicken. Need to get my chick food out. Sugar cane, chick food. There we go. Feed the chickadee. Where is she? There she is. I'm pretty sure I can't put cooked meat in that trap, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out for something I can... There, Annabella. Have some food I can put in there. I wanted to get some bush limes up and running, so John's having his morning off, so let's alright, bush limes. We've got 3 rows of bush limes. Let's do 3 rows of condongs. For which I'm just going to rearrange my seeds so that I've got the closest quandong, the closest seed in there. Grab that grass seed before we drop the quandong in, otherwise we won't get it out. Grab the billy button, same reasoning. I like that we don't destroy it when we do this. It's really nice. I also like that we do a bit of incidental harvesting of grass as well. No, we're not growing spears. Ariel, what are you doing? I feel really drained actually. It's just the weather. It's so hot. So I've got aircon inside, which is really helpful, but oh my. As I take the dogs out, I can't leave them in the backyard unsupervised, so I take them out every 2 to 3 hours on lead because they're being a bit naughty at the moment. And being German Shepherds, they can jump. I do not want them in the neighbour's yard chasing the neighbour's dog because he barks at them. And he's tiny and fluffy and cute. Oh, the little menace. Anyway, my two, I'm not sure. I think they just want to play with him, and I suspect that's all they would do. But yeah, having your dog chasing the neighbour's dog in the neighbour's yard, or playing with the neighbour's dog in the neighbour's yard when it hasn't been invited over is probably some kind of breach of etiquette right there. I know. No, we're not growing shovels of dirt. Man, I have enough dirt. I don't need any more. So I don't want them to get into trouble. So I've got them on a lead until we can put fence extensions on. We're going to get like cat fencing. The fencing that curves inwards. And it'll add about a foot to the fence, which wouldn't be enough if it didn't curve over their heads. Yeah. I know, the things you do for your pets. What? The dogs can jump the fence? I'll just make the fence taller. Because, I mean, it is one thing. You can teach them not to. But when they're unsupervised, if you ever leave them unsupervised, that doesn't mean just because they know they're not supposed to that they won't. Because they're like kids. Kids will, you know, sometimes do things they shouldn't when they know they shouldn't. Their dogs are about the same. Oh my gosh, the attitude too. These are 2, which in dog years is 14. And fair dinkum, I swear, I've got 2 more sulky teenagers in the house. Oh, whoops, that was my bad. So you see that basically, I had a grass seed already in there, and if you try and put 2 things in to grow, you will not get 2 plants. You'll get one of those things sitting on the surface, looking at you going, I didn't plant, man. Alright, what are we on our 3rd row of quandongs? Oh, I'm thinking we might need a row of limes next. Let's do that. So, I for inventory, I'm going to make my life a little easier and just switch them round. I have no idea if all these fruit trees actually add to the beautification of your town either. I mean, I would like to think they do, and I should probably go and check my beautification manual before I start next time, and we'll see what happens. I'm so looking forward to getting some of these garden beds done so I can put in some different flowers and get them growing, so we can have like our flower farm over in the corner. Actually, it'd be nice to kind of get that up and running before the spring update comes out so we can add to it. Put in some paths and maybe have trees so there's like shade. Although you don't want the trees all the way over the top of your flowers, I suppose. I know the flower farms here, they just grow them in like rows in the ground. They don't bother putting them in things, but I like the idea of having them in garden beds. And I don't know if the game would allow them to grow without the garden bed to spread out into. It might be an interesting experiment. We might try that. I'll go and plant a square of, put one plant out in the wild and see if it does the same. Is that 2 rows? We must be getting close to our 300, right? Well, okay, maybe not, because if these are only rows of 10, I need to do 10 rows. How many are in these rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to do what? So 14, right? No, not that. J for journal. There's my fruit bearing. 1,000 takes 7, so that's 220. So 10 rows is 140. So I need to do 20 rows of 14, which means I need to not shirk. I know, who put math in this game? Rude. Rude, I tell you. Fancy putting math in my game time. So literally I could plant down to 100 in limes. Ariel, just because you don't want to do any more digging. I know, I don't want to do any more digging, right? And we get down to about 500 in quandongs. If you look quandongs up online, these are actually blue quandongs. There's more than one variety of them. Whoops. Did I just... Yep. I missed a grass seed. Actually, it's funny, the little place in Melbourne has... it's a big garden centre. Has blue quandongs as well. I always wonder though whether or not they'll grow in my area, or whether I have a different variety of bush for the bush fruit. But I like the idea of growing the native bush fruits above some of the more like lemons or oranges or something, because they're more suited to the land and the climate. So they're more friendly, but I also like the idea of having the ability to have a fruit salad with all the fruit in it. Okay, except I can't eat apples. Well, I can eat apples, but it has unfortunate results. Because I'm intolerant to fructose, and apples have too much to eat at one go. So, but anyway, we can basically in the garden. Also, we've got tiny yard, so I'm thinking we can have. There's someone who sells miniature bush, not miniature bush fruits, but miniature varieties of trees that have. Let me just chop this tree down. Miniature varieties of fruit trees. So one variety he has is all citrus, lemons and limes and oranges. And you can choose a variety of citrus fruit all to be on one tree, and because it's a dwarf variety with multiple grafts, I could have like 3 or 4 trees in the space of one, and it wouldn't be too big for my garden. And he does it with apples, and I can't eat apples, and my daughter can't eat apples, but my son and my husband can. So we could get one of those, and then he does one for pears and stone fruit. So I can eat a little bit of stone fruit at a time, just not a lot. But most things I can eat a little bit of at a time without making myself horribly sick or getting migraines. So I'm thinking that that would give me 3 like traditional, the sorts of fruit trees that we're used to eating. And then I could try and get maybe some of the smaller varieties of the fruit trees in. I don't know if you're hearing this, but my dog is dreaming. Bella, you're okay. You're okay, sweetie. Yeah. And she's crying in her sleep, so there we go. She stopped now. She kind of turned her head and looked at me. So I looked over at her compatriot, and he's there lying on his back with the happiest look on his face as he's just fast asleep. So, and once I finish recording, I'm actually going to let them. I've got them in their crates at the moment, because if I let them out when I'm recording, they will run up and down like lunatics. And it won't be a very good episode as I try and tell them to calm down. So they're having a nap time. They've had playtime before I started, because it's not fair to put them in when they're full of beans, as they are usually first thing in the morning. And so yeah, so once I'm done, I'll let them out again. I'll go outside for a bit of puppy time and inside, and then I'll let them roam about inside there. Get a few words done, because I can watch them while I'm wording. Just have to remember to close up the other rooms. Otherwise it'll be, don't drink out of that. And, you know, don't eat that. Because they're young. No, what are you doing, Ariel? My god, we only have 60 to go. That's 4 more rows, right? I'm not sure I'm going to get 4 more rows done. I mean, on the upside, we're so close to finishing that we'll know when we've planted our 1,000 fruit trees, because we'll get that permit point upgrade happening in the background. Which is just over 4 rows, because the rows only have 14 trees in them. And it's 4 15s. Four 15s to 60. Here we go. Alrighty. And again. No, no more again. Oh my god. We are getting into the swing of it now, right? I know. Just occasionally I do things in the reverse order of what I need to. It's either because my head skips ahead or just because I'm a bit dyslexic. And I'm a little bit tired too, and that tends to make me do things in the reverse order a lot more often. Which does mean, yes, I have been typing words backwards this morning. Really slows your typing speed down. You know, so instead of 12 or 1500 words an hour, you might only be doing 1,000 words an hour. Because you have to go back and correct what you messed up. Oh my god, how many trees is... You know, it doesn't sound like a lot of trees. When you say, oh, it's 1,000 trees, it's fine. It's like, you know, 100 rows of 10. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. You say it quickly, and if you don't actually live the reality of it, you don't really understand. But this is one of those activities that you probably wouldn't do naturally during gameplay. I mean, you know, gameplay, you're probably going to water all the plants you need to water for your permit points without having to go to too much effort to do it, because you're just going to do that as part of your normal farming routine. And you're probably going to plant, you know, the plants you need to plant as part of your Ariel, as part of your planting routine, as part of your farming routine to grow all the things you need. And you're probably going to harvest all the fruit you need just to survive or just to make your fruit salads. But planting this many trees is something you're going to have to do deliberately. I'm not sure they pay me enough permit points to do this. I think it might only be 100 or so. We'll find out very, very soon, I promise. Oh my goodness. And one more row of limes, and then we're going to do a row of quandongs. Okay, we're going to do 10 rows of quandongs. I'm not sure we'll get it done tonight. We're going to try. And I can generally go faster if I don't think about trying to go faster. If that made any sense. Because when you think about trying to go faster, that's when you tend to fumble. Oh, okay, that's when I tend to fumble. See? Thinking about going fast. Oh dear. Alright, I'm going to break an axe. I know. I'm going to cry, but I do have to break a certain number of tools, and I have not broken them yet. I might as well break this log while I'm at it too. There we go. Grab those grass seeds. There is another set of permit points to be had by planting grass seeds, so we are kind of working on that as well. Alright, I'm going to keep this as a straight line, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to have like little pockets along here. We're going to plant them in little pockets of trees just to get that going. Alrighty, let's just change our quandongs and our things around. Oh wait, what happened? A grass seed happened. Of course it did. So I put 2 in. It's alright. Entirely my bad. Every bit of it. My bad. You know what's going to hurt is if I put these in the wrong way and I have to actually chop some down. That's going to be sad. I've lost the rhythm. Alrighty. Might as well just get that out of my system as well. We'll just keep going. So this would be quite the windbreak as well from the ocean breezes blowing in. I still don't think we have the elevation that I would like for a town. I might have to build. I think my next one we're going to be a little bit more complex. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and build all of, where's my fruit salad? We're going to try and build all of our town on a Hi Clover. It's dark already. What's new? I had the weirdest feeling yesterday. I'm so glad to see you're still with us, Ariel Blue. I'm pretty sure you're going to be fine now, you know. You know what? There was a reason I was ignoring Clover. There was a reason I was not talking to her. Because she freaks me out, mostly. And I wouldn't think I'd be like that. But apparently Clover does freak me out a little bit. I'd like to think I was a bit more tolerant. Clearly there are some situations that I try to avoid. Having people talk about my imminent demise being one of them. Oh dear. We won't get that girl introduced to zombie apocalypse movies because I don't think that would be a good idea. I wonder if they have zombie apocalypse movies in the big cold dreary south. I wonder, because whatever went wrong, like really wrong here, it went really wrong. So maybe apocalypse movies are just nothing but fantasy for these guys now, you know, a fun fantasy compared to what really happened. Are we there yet? We are so nearly there. Was it? I think I needed to plant 220 trees. I know, I keep messing it up when I get to these grass seeds. Looks like I did it again. Ooh, I did it again. I know, stop. Don't go there. It's not a place you should be. Oh, awesome, we got treasure. Like treasure. So does thingy, what's it? Which reminds me, we are going to have a treasure hunting spree. We've got to... Some of the permit points that we're chasing, we have the tree planting permit points. We have shark hunting permit points. We have... I think there's one for collecting pearls. There's one for finding amber. There's one for finding fossils. And I don't know how high a number those go to. I'm about to run out of shovel. Oh no, that's probably you guys breathing a sigh of relief, although it does mean I'm going to have to... Ariel? It's Ariel breathing a sigh of relief. I am going to have to go to tomorrow if that happens, but we are so nearly there. I know, what? Must be getting tired, I'm blundering. Alright, so basically this is the second episode I'm going to do, pending the spring update, so don't want to be caught too short. And I'm going to try and alternate episodes. At the moment I'm looking at one episode a day for a little while until I get my schedule back under control. It is getting there. I just can't do the level of recording that I was doing to keep it up. So what you guys are going to be seeing is the result of me doing several catch-up recordings while I keep my words and my editing on target, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's still learning the balance hasn't been easy. What with the disruption of new arrivals and stuff. So, and no, I'm not sorry. This is so not sorry. It's nice as a parent to be able to keep a promise. And yeah, the dogs were a promise, but it took us a while. We had to build a fence. That promise was when we finally owned a house of our own. We would get a dog, because when you're renting, at least in Australia and especially in Canberra, it's very, very hard to rent if you have a pet of any kind. And technically, while they're not allowed to preclude you from that, from being able to rent, they tend to just not select you. And the market is so competitive that yeah, that's the way it goes. So we've not been able to have a pet for nearly 10 years, something like that. After our last puppy died. So the promise we made the landlord was if he let us rent with the dog that we had, the old dog that we had, we wouldn't replace her when she died. And so we kept that promise. But the result is we've had to wait before we could get another dog. And yeah, it was a long time in coming. Very long time. 10 years of waiting, and then another 12 months here as we set things up to make it dog friendly. Because we like the big dogs. But, you know, we don't mind small ones, but we really like the big ones. I think it might be midnight. That's called a midnight snack, Ariel Blue. Those are good for you. We're not going to get 33 seeds done though with midnight. We are going to head on home. But look at this. She looks so sleepy. There's a reason she's looking that tired, man. That is a lot of trees. All right. Let's have a look in the charity bin. Oh, some flake. You know what? I don't think I've seen a bay bug. A pinstripe jacket. I have to try that. Grab that feather. Have a look. Oh man, guess what we're doing? Last. Oh no, we're gonna fail that one. Don't. It is way too late for that jackaroo. Like, even if we go to fight it, we're going to be exhausted and get our tails kicked. And I mean quite literally kicked. That's alright, my bad. I'm about to get a disappointed customer because I didn't fulfill a request I was silly enough to pick up. That's okay. We're going to head on. Where are we going? Home. Home to sleep. And tomorrow we're going to finish our permit point goal. For, let me just put the honey away. Our permit point goal for, right, the feathers go in the craft box. So do the gum logs. I will finish that sentence, I promise. Our permit point goal for berrying fruit. We are so close. 43, so that's 4 more rows. Berry fruit and get a fruit tree. You beauty. Here's a milestone for burying fruit. So I think it'll stop at 1,000. I don't think the dev is mean enough to make us go to 2,000. Maybe. Oh my gosh. I really hope not. I'll cry. All right. I probably won't cry, but I won't be a happy bunny. Let us. Man, what have I got in my pack to put away? Right, I'm pretty sure I can give that to the museum. We're going to just hop into bed, I think. No, we're not. We're going to put our produce away. So we're getting a nice sort of produce so that we can actually start cooking things. I've been wanting to cook for so long now because having okay, that's my fruit area. Having the recipes and not being able to have the ingredients because they grow over 3 different seasons has been really frustrating. And now we're at the point where we do have all the ingredients. There's an extra bit of flake. Alright, I'm going to keep the fruit seeds on me. Actually, I'll put the lime seeds away because we're not going to plant any more of those. We're going to finish planting with our quandongs. Let's go put the seeds away. I mean just the grass seeds. We've got 84 of them. I think our goal, our journal goal for grass seeds. Wild cedar, yeah. So we have another 260 of those to go as well. You've got to give back after you take. Here's a milestone for planting wild seeds for grasses, bushes, and trees. Oh, good. I thought the trees was a different one though. Let me just check. Trees. Well, I was pretty sure the trees were different. So fossil finders, we've got. Okay, a few more to go, and I don't know if it goes beyond 50. It might. Egg thief, shark hunter, the same. Beekeeper, shell. Yeah, we finished. That was only 1,000, so I'm hoping a lot of these other ones are unlocking doors with keys. I know. Amber, hairy good, and look at this. There are milestones we have not achieved. I have not uncovered them or anything. We're gonna have to find them. I know. Hunt them down. Filthy Dinkum Rich, we haven't got to 2 million yet. We're working on it. I have enough fruit to make a ton of fruit salads. So once we get the sugar down, we're going to make a ton of pavlova and we're going to sell all of that. Pearls, that's our pearl one. There's again, I bet that goes up to at least 50. Forest maker, here it is. So a milestone for planting tree seeds. So there's, I don't know if that'll go over 1,000, but we do have quite a few trees that we can plant, so we're going to actually put that in. And besides, I need the hardwood and the gumwood anyway, so we're doing okay with that. I think you'll find that there's a saw good. Okay, we've done that already, so that was pretty good. But guys, on that note, I am going to leave you. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.